Alright, we got two of the most expensive movies of the golden era out of the way. Now, it's time to talk about everybody's long-eared animal. No, not you, Nestor, but we do love you too. I mean, the other long-eared animal. What goes, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Walt Wednesdays, and today we're talking about 1941's Dumbo. I don't really have much to really say about the history of this movie, mainly because there's not much to it. So this was kind of a palate cleanser for the company. They lost a lot of money when it came to Pinocchio and Fantasia because they were huge experiments or just very expensive movies. And then it actually tells within the animations itself, because out of all 5 of the original movies, this one, I won't say it's less quality, but it's not quite as artful as the other 4 movies within this era of Disney animation. However, even though it does not have that detail like all the others do, it's still a very charming movie. So, I guess we're just going to talk about my thoughts on the movie, because it's been so long since I've watched Dumbo. So, I watched Dumbo for this episode, and I have to say, it is really refreshing to see after a long period of time. I think Dumbo in this time, I think what makes Dumbo really still accessible for today is just the sheer theme of being different and feeling like an outcast. I mean, Dumbo is a character that has long ears, and throughout the whole movie, almost everybody makes fun of him except for his mom is basically imprisoned for protecting her son, and Dumbo has to learn on his own with the help of Timothy Mouse that being different is okay. And I think that's why this movie is still timeless to this day. It is a theme that no matter how old you are or how far we get throughout the years, this story and theme will never grow old, because we're all always going to feel like we're an outcast, or that we're too different, and that we're kind of pushed off or shunned by other groups of people, which is unfortunate. But this movie shows it's okay to be different. Being different is a part of you. That's what makes you you. I think Dr. Seuss once said, there was no one more youer than you, and that's truer than true, or something like that. And this is an hour-long movie that pretty much says that, which is one thing I want to say about this movie. This movie is, once again, like some of these others, really short, except for Fantasia. It's an hour and 4 minutes. If you look on Disney Plus, it's an hour and 4 minutes, which is a very short movie. And I forget how short these earlier movies are, but it's kind of nice because there's not much that you really need to elaborate on per se, and it's great. It's to the point. Also, a lot of the characters are great. I love Timothy Mouse. I love Dumbo. I love Mr. Stork, played by Sterling Holloway, his first appearance, in which we will see more of throughout the Silver Age, with characters like the Cheshire Cat and Caw from the Jungle Book, and of course, the most famous of them all, Winnie the Pooh. We see his first debut, which is great. I will say, I think the one thing that a lot of people might have a problem with this movie in this day and age is the depiction of race. There are moments in this movie where, like at the beginning, pretty much all the people, not the animals, the people that set up the carnival are African Americans, and they are singing in this very big, massive, horrible storm. And then, of course, there's the Jim Crow, which it is a product of its time, and I can see how some people can take offense to that. To me, I think I'm really glad that elements like that are not removed in this day and age, because I'm one of those people. I hate cancel culture, and to change something like that in a movie like this changes the whole narrative of the movie and just the art that it is and the director's vision of this movie. And I don't think that when they were making this movie that they were really racists. It was, albeit probably a really twisted way of doing so, but adding race to a picture, which I think Walt was trying to do when he did Song of the South, which, please Disney, please release Song of the South with the advisory banner, please release that. Other than that, there's really not much to say. Oh, I also love Casey Jr. I mean, you've heard the little locomotive, like Casey Jr., that catchy song is so great. Like, that's, I was sitting there with a big dumb smile on my face just listening to the Casey Jr. song. And that's another thing, the music. I think the music in this movie is kind of foreshadowing what we would see closer towards, say, the 50s era, the Silver Age of Disney animation. It's also a lot more swingy of the big band type of music at the time, which I'm a big sucker for, and it just makes these songs really catchy to me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this new episode of Walt Wednesdays. Stay tuned for next week as we talk about Bambi. That's a really interesting one. Be sure to check out my channel. There's a lot of stuff. I know I've just finished The Wolf Among Us, and I'm getting into The Expanse. Also, if you've liked what you've seen, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified for everything that I post and upload. If you got any suggestions, whether it be games or movies, please let me know in the comments below. I do take them into consideration because you guys are the content drivers and I'm just a content creator. So, with that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate you all, as always, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video.